The night before my wedding was supposed to be one of the happiest moments of my life. After months of meticulous planning, organizing, and making sure every detail was perfect, I thought I had it all figured out. I was about to marry the woman I believed was my soulmate, the one who had stood by my side for years. But little did I know, everything was about to unravel in the most unimaginable way. The day had gone smoothly, and friends and family had all arrived in town, eager to celebrate. The wedding rehearsal had been flawless, and the final touches were being made as the evening began. I was filled with a mixture of excitement and nerves, but mostly excitement. I spent the night at a friend's house with the other groomsmen, trying to distract myself and enjoy one last night of freedom before the big day. But what was supposed to be a calm night took a turn that would change everything. Around 10 p.m., I received a text from an unknown number. At first, I thought it was just a random message, maybe someone wishing me luck or a vendor confirming a last-minute detail. But as soon as I opened it, my heart sank. The message simply read, "Your fiancé is at X Club. You should know." I stood there frozen. My mind raced through all the possibilities. Could this be some kind of prank? A mistake? My gut instinct told me something was wrong, and I couldn't ignore it. Despite all logic, I decided to drive to the club mentioned in the text, hoping it was nothing, just a misunderstanding. As I pulled up to the venue, my stomach churned. The flashing lights and pulsating music were all too familiar, but there was a gnawing feeling in my chest telling me something was terribly off. I wasn't supposed to be here. I wasn't supposed to doubt her, but I couldn't shake the feeling that I had to see for myself. When I stepped into the club, it took a moment for my eyes to adjust to the flashing lights and the thumping music. I made my way to the bar, scanning the crowd, and that's when I saw her. She was in the middle of the room, laughing and dancing with another man. My heart stopped. This couldn't be happening. She was with someone I didn't recognize, and they were too close. Their hands brushed as they laughed together, and the way he leaned in to whisper something in her ear made my blood run cold. She looked so happy, so carefree, and in that moment, I felt like I was watching a stranger's life unfold. Time seemed to slow down, and all I could hear was the deafening pounding of my own heartbeat. I took a deep breath and walked towards them, my anger building with each step. The closer I got, the more my disbelief grew. Was I really seeing this? I wasn't sure whether I should confront her then and there or wait for more answers. But before I could make that decision, she saw me. Her eyes widened in shock, and for a split second, everything froze. The man she was with turned around, his face confused, as he noticed the change in her expression. "What is this?" I managed to ask, my voice trembling with emotion. She froze, her face turning pale, and then quickly turned her attention back to the man. "I'm sorry," she stammered. "This isn't what it looks like." The man awkwardly excused himself and disappeared into the crowd. I stood there, numb, as she grabbed my arm, trying to pull me away to a quieter part of the club. I yanked my arm away, my voice low but full of rage. "What the hell is going on?" She was shaking now, unable to meet my gaze. "I didn't mean for this to happen," she whispered, her voice barely audible. "It's not what you think." Her words were meaningless to me now. I saw everything. I saw the way he was touching her, the way they laughed together, like they were something more than just friends. I stopped myself, struggling to keep my voice steady. "I saw the way you were with him, the way you two were together. Don't lie to me." She let out a shaky breath, tears welling in her eyes. For a brief moment, I thought she was going to explain herself, maybe offer some kind of rationalization. But then, she said something I'll never forget. "I was going to tell you," she said, her voice breaking. "I swear, I thought I could keep it from you until after the wedding, but I don't know why I did it. I don't know what's wrong with me." The words felt like a punch to the gut. The woman I had spent years planning a life with had been keeping this secret from me. She had been seeing someone else, and I was about to pledge myself to her for the rest of my life. The betrayal stung like nothing I had ever felt before. I could barely breathe. I turned and walked away, not knowing what else to do. My mind was spinning, my chest tight with hurt and anger. She called after me, but I couldn't bring myself to turn around. She followed me out of the club, pleading with me to listen. "Please don't walk away. I love you. I swear, I made a mistake. I was confused, and I didn't mean for any of this to happen. Her words were desperate, but they couldn't undo what had already been done. I drove back to the place I was staying feeling numb. My phone buzzed constantly with her calls and messages, but I couldn't bring myself to respond. How could I? How could I look at her the same way after what I had just witnessed? Everything had changed in a matter of hours. The next day, the wedding was supposed to take place. But I couldn't go through with it. I couldn't stand there in front of all our friends and family and pretend everything was fine when my entire world had just been shattered. I called it all off. She was beside herself when I told her. Please don't do this, she cried, her face a mess of smeared makeup and tears. I'll do anything. I'll go to therapy. I'll fix this. I can't lose you. But it was too late. The trust once so strong was gone. The woman I thought I knew had been someone entirely different. I walked away, leaving behind everything we had built together. The pain was unbearable, but it was the only choice I had left. She continued to beg, text, and call every day, hoping for forgiveness. But I couldn't shake the feeling of betrayal that still clung to me. Months have passed since that night, and she still reaches out, still hopes I'll forgive her. But I don't think she fully understands the depth of the damage. The trust we once shared is gone, and I'm not sure it can ever be rebuilt. The woman I was going to marry will always be the one who cheated on me the night before our wedding, and I'll never forget how my life was changed in the span of a single moment. What happened next? The shock of it all still haunts me to this day.